All right. Welcome to the sideboard. My name's Eric, and today, instead of doing four color marionette, we're actually going to play Modern for the first time. And I've never actually streamed Modern. Played maybe 20 games of Modern ever. Played around with the elf deck that someone built. I really liked that deck, so I was going to try to build that here online and things like that. I downloaded a couple different decks, Burn and things. Never really got around to actually getting the cards and playing Modern. So I decided to go with what I had. I have quite a few Modern staples in my actual paper collection. I've always been one to save lands and collect lands, so the land base is just not a problem for Modern. I've been playing since Zendikar, so pretty much everything that's come out, I've always kept my four ofs in land. So I think Modern's going to be really easy for that aspect, but I don't really know about the meta. So before we actually pull up the deck here, let's go ahead and throw the pitch out. If you like today's video, give us a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, go ahead and subscribe. So what I really wanted to do for you guys, and this is something that a lot of other content providers do, and that is they make how-to videos, how to get into Modern. Well, I can't actually tell you how to do it. I'm going to do it myself, and if you guys want to come along for the journey, then that's what our new Wednesday is going to be. So for now on, we'll do Modern on Wednesdays, and we're going to just kind of get into the format and take Modern as something that's new. So if any of you are standard players and you want to take your approach on Modern, that's what I'm going to be showing you today, is how I can just take what I know about being a standard or draft player, what I consider strictly better cards, and we're going to see if we can put those into a deck and make some synergy and kind of see what happens when we throw that at the format. Do we just get our faces pounded in? Well, maybe, but maybe not. We'll see. So that is what today's show is about, and that's what our Modern show will be about until I know a lot more about the format, and then at that point maybe I could then speak on it with a little bit more intelligence. But as of now, let's take a look at the deck that we have. One of the best things about Modern is you get to play with all the greatest lands. You get to have the greatest land base you could possibly think of. And even though I only have 3 Cavern of Souls, and that's what I decided to go with here online as well, I get to play with another card that is just something I miss. It was a deck that I played around with a black-white tokens deck a long time ago, and I really liked Vault of the Archangel. I don't know if the card's actually good in Modern, but I know the card was really good for me. Yes, there is Secure the Waste in the deck. I'm all about warriors here. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to play some warriors. I wanted to be able to not actually play warriors, but I wanted to play some type of... Here, I'll take the sideboard away. I'm losing chat. You guys are getting into the deck already. I wanted something that had some synergy, and I wanted to be able to play powerful cards. So this is a really try-hard deck, and we are trying hard to hit the meta just as hard as we can, because I'm a standard player, and I know that you should spike. You should try to play the best thing you could possibly play, but I don't really know what that is. So I want to take my creation, and I figured my first real jump into Modern should be a deck of my own creation. So if I was going to hit someone absolutely as hard as I could, but yet have a deck that I enjoyed and played with, it reminds me of a black-white Warriors deck that I had just a few sets back. A lot of these parts just recently rotated out, and I really enjoyed this black-white Warriors deck. And the more I got looking into it, we just had some strictly better options. So I came up with the list that we have here before you. Now, Mardu Woe Reaper, this card was always extremely powerful for me as far as a warrior. The interactions were just amazing at how many decks that it would do ridiculous things to by eating the creatures out of the graveyard. Apparently, there's a living in deck or something like that, and this card seems like it might help us there. Living End, if I remember correctly, just dumps everything from their graveyard onto the battlefield. So if we can, make a few warriors, and it doesn't care if they're actually warriors. So, I mean, if they're non-token permanents or not. So warrior tokens can enter the battlefield and eat an entire graveyard. So that's a pretty cool little interaction that we have. But the main reason I wanted this is because it's a 1 mana, 2 powered creature. That was one of the things that I really wanted out of my 1 mana creatures. I wanted them to be able to do something, and I wanted them to be able to like hit. So a 2 powered creature is extremely good for me, and that's one of the criteria I had. Now, another one of those 1 mana, 2 powered creatures is Blood-Soaked Champion. I wanted a little bit of recursion. I wanted to be able to have a threat that would stick around. Kind of like some kind of grave crawler or something like that. So maybe your idea will be in zombies if you approach Modern the same way that I'm going to. But there's a grave crawler that is very effective, so you would be able to play something like this and that. And the more I got to looking into Modern, the more warriors started becoming something I really wanted to look into. And that's how I ended up into building a Warriors deck. Now, the other 1-drop that I have here is Zergo Bellstriker. This is a 1 mana 2/2. That's a very powerful creature, but the ability of Dash is absolutely phenomenal against decks that have some type of sorcery ability to remove something. So I kind of like that Dash feature, and I knew that it was on a card that I have had extremely good success with. So you're exactly right. Like, I could have easily just picked a list, and I could have said we're going to play Tron, we're going to play what's an Jun? Is Jun still a thing? I think it used to be. This is my approach to Modern, and I thought you guys might want to join in on it. So I'm going to talk about why I've chosen these cards and where we're going to go from it, and hopefully we'll win some games with it. Well, we'll see if it works or not. So I do have some 1 mana removal here. Oh, Jun died. Okay, my bad. I thought it used to be a thing or something like that. But is Eldrazi still a thing, or did they like nerf something out of Eldrazi? I know, like was it Mike Seacrest, or who was it that played Lewis Scott Vargas, and they both had like Eldrazi or something like that. It was crazy. Anyway, I wanted to run Fatal Push and Path of Exile as just 1 mana ways to remove cards or remove creatures. It's just extremely efficient. And then, since we're definitely wanting to be on the aggro plan, I wanted to make sure that I could maintain a Delver hit on 2. So how can I guarantee that I'm going to be hitting 4/3 on 2? And the best way I could come up with that is our 2-drops. Chief of the Edge will buff one of your 1 mana creatures and allow you to hit for 3 on 2. So I thought that 3 on 2 would be a really good clock, and then if we can continue to hit for at least 3 every turn or more, that would be sufficient enough. Now, that is probably not going to happen all the time with Chief of the Edge because of removal. If they remove your 1 mana creature, you're not going to be hitting for 3 on 2 unless you have a 3-powered haste creature on 2. And we can hit the Spike Jester no problem. And because of this supreme mana base in Modern, the land base looks completely sweet. So I'm confident we can hit any color we want. But Spike Jester here is another way to hit for 3 on 2. And then we move on into the 3 mana spells. Now, I do have a few 3-mana spells here that might be a little bit questionable, but now that we're definitely on the warrior plan here, how do we double up that damage? If we can hit for 3 on 2, how do we hit for 6 on 3? And the best way to do that is double strike. Now, there are a lot of 3-mana double strike creatures, but very few of those give the creature give another creature double strike other than themselves, and it can do it the turn that it comes on. Bushwhacker doesn't work in this build. Why would Bushwhacker not work in this build? Reckless Bushwhacker here is a surge creature, and he's going to allow us to play a 1-mana dude and surge him on 3 to give everything haste. And Reckless Bushwhacker enters the battlefield. If its surge cost was paid, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. So Goblin Bushwhacker is a Goblin Warrior ally and will fit in absolutely perfect right here, along with Spike Jester. So I really do like the Goblin Bushwhacker, but I don't want to be just dead in on this. I don't want to spend 3 mana for a 2/1. That's not exactly what I'm looking for here. So we're definitely going to not want to overdo it on the Goblin Bushwhacker. Now, Asherin the Foremost, I do want to talk a little bit more about Asherin the Foremost. Now, even though this is going to be one of the hardest colors for us to hit, getting the 3 white and still being able to hit everything else, or getting the 3 mana with 2 of it being white, may sometimes be difficult for us as we're only running 21 lands. But thanks to cards like Cavern of Souls, we should be able to get there. Now, the other 3 mana that is 2 white or double white is Always Watching. Now, this card was something I felt that I needed to add to the deck to help me get above a few of the lighter creatures or whatever, so that I could swing in. I didn't really want to be trading my creatures with 1/1 tokens, and you'll notice that a lot of our creatures only have 1 power, but an Always Watching down can really fix that, or an Asherin the Foremost can also fix that, allowing you to continue pushing action on turn 3. And that's the idea behind the Always Watching and Asherin the Foremost. These were just some of the most powerful cards I could find that would fit in the shell that I started building. Now, next is our 3-drop, or actually our 4-drop. Very rarely do I ever cast this creature as a 3-mana spell, mainly because of the haste factor, and it will leave behind a body. Not giving them the ability to remove it on their turn can be absolutely crucial. I talked a little bit about it in Zergo Bellstriker, but this is really the cream and the crop of the warrior tribe. This is one of the reasons to be able to run warriors and run them effectively. And it sounds crazy, but this card is my favorite warrior. I really do like it. I think the card is absolutely phenomenal, and if they can't remove it at instant speed, then they have to deal with a token that it's left behind as a blocker, mind you. The token is not tapped and attacking, which is relevant. So it leaves behind a token that can block. And then finally, the last card in the main 60, 2 copies of Secure the Waste. Secure the Waste is one of our ways of going wide, and because they're all warriors, Chief of the Edge can buff those. They could get double strike. A lot of things could happen. They will not benefit from Always Watching, so our tokens don't really get a lot from this, but Always Watching is still worth it, even though we do have Secure the Waste in the deck. Now let's take a look at the sideboard here. I've got some spicy ones, and I don't really know what I want to sideboard against. I don't really know what the meta is, so I wanted to have something that felt powerful, and that it felt like I could answer a multitude of threats. And in our colors, there's not a lot we can do about that. So I went ahead and put 4 copies of Thoughtseize in because we're running black, and it seems like you guys would probably hate me if I didn't. And so Thoughtseize, absolutely terrific card. I, um, I wish I had this art, but mine unfortunately are not. Uh, and then against something that might actually have a way to deal damage faster than us, because I do plan to race the meta. I want to see just how powerful it is, because to my understanding, Modern's this big bad format where everyone just, destroys everything. So um, that's something we have. Graveyard Hate main deck, um, not towards creatures, but or not towards non-creatures, but we do have some Graveyard Hate in the deck. But I wanted something that could give us life gain, and I don't really know. I'm really torn on this card or Seeker of the Way. It might be Seeker of the Way, may be the better way to go, especially if we're going to go some type of sideboard control plan, bring in a lot of creature or interaction. Then Seeker of the Way may be the better way to go here. But for now, I thought that Glorybound Initiate, along with Always Watching in the main board, allowing us to give it Exert and Lifelink every turn, seemed pretty good to me. And then Crackling Doom. Now, I don't really know what I could be facing. Remember, I am stepping into Modern kind of blind, but from what I understand, people like to slam Emrakul's down, and you can't target Emrakul. So, what you can do is, if you're worried about some way to deal with someone slamming an Emrakul down, you can Crackling Doom before combat and they have to sacrifice their Emrakul. I doubt they'll have anything larger than a 15/15. So this is our way to deal with just monstrous creatures. I'm assuming that it would be good against a Death Shadow. With the amount of pressure I plan to put on the opponent, I think Death Shadow is going to be pretty big. So I think this might be kind of just an all-around answer. Oh man, Smuggler's Copter. I didn't even think about that, and I'm one of those people that got stuck with a playset. Yeah, we're Modern. Maybe I gotta pull them out. Max, welcome, welcome. Max is here. Max here is actually the reason, the final message that said, you know what, it's time to play some Modern. And 4-color Marionette was kind of, yeah, it's a Marionette Master deck. Everybody knows how it works. I'll still do the deck, but I thought that we could have a little fun with Modern tonight. Now, considering most of our creatures are below 2 converted mana cost, we're going to be able to get back just about whatever we want, assuming we didn't eat it, if we do need to bring this in against something that would have some major targeted removal. Now, I don't really know how powerful this is going to be, and this is probably going to be my first cut slot. If I did want to add something else to the deck, would probably be the 3 copies of Claim to Fame. I don't really know what goes here. It's probably Disenchant or something along those lines. But the other 2 cards in the sideboard, one Kalitas, Trader of Get. I bet you didn't remember he was a warrior. So this is a vampire warrior. So Kalitas actually can get some benefits from our Chief of the Edge and other warrior synergies. So Kalitas, not a bad card here, and this is another way that we can deal with things that have to be sacrificed just being exiled instead. Now the last card, Secure the Waste. Secure the Waste here, we've got it in the main board. If we need to go wide, we're gonna want to have as many copies of this as possible. So Secure the Waste it is. Well, guys, all right, let me have it. I know you've been letting me have it the whole time here. I've been trying to ignore chat because I wanted to get through that. But what do you think? What do you honestly think of the deck? You think we can actually take or kill anyone? Oh, I made a decision on this because we might want a way to get a second planes without having to take additional damage. So, because Cavern of Souls can't actually cast Always Watching. Other than that, the land base, I probably should try to squeeze in another Shambling Vent somewhere, but this is what we've got for the land base. This is how I'm going to run it, and let's go play some Modern. I'm not going to play in a league. We're going to hit the tournament practice and see what we can find. hopefully we'll find an opponent. Goblin Bushwhacker over Reckless, Reckless Bushwhacker. Let's see here. Well, we have most of the mana that we need to get started. We don't have a really good 2-drop, but we do get to start pressure early, and we can wait for a kill spell on turn 2. I like it. I'm going to keep it. It's as good a hand as most. And if they can start removing our Asher in the Foremost, well... Ooh, so what is this? Some type of control? Probably going to just get, like, prisoned out, right? We'll go ahead and... I'm actually going to start thinning the deck here. I want to get as many threats as possible. Alright, what do we just absolutely have to have? Black this turn. So we have to have black this turn, but we're going to need triple white. We can get that if we need it. So let's just go ahead and get black red, and we'll go white white the next 2 turns. Yeah, that seems alright. So we'll go ahead and take some damage. Slam down this big boy and pass the turn. Yes, I was trying to put it together, and I was like, well, how would I actually get into, really, how would I actually get into Modern? And so I went with what I thought was powerful plays. Probably didn't have to do that right now. Just bring the Godless Shrine in tapped. Yeah, we'll just bring it in tap. And we'll go ahead and get into combat. I have no idea what we could be playing against, what could be happening. Salinity, okay. I mean, we're in Mardu, so there's a lot of options. And that's kind of where I wanted to take my adventure into Modern was, you know, as we, you know, get into more and more, more and more games, I'll have more and more things that I want to sideboard against, and I don't know whether or not we're just going to be trying to morph a particular deck, or we're just going to say, okay, all right, now I know more about the meta, and now I want to jump on this deck. I don't think it would take long to actually learn the meta as far as, you know, what cards are getting played, but there are so many cards out there. Like, I have no clue what this does. Vigilance. When this enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library and put 1 in it. Okay, cool. So he's tapped out. So we will swing for 3 here. Yes, I would. So we'll go white, white, and we'll go Asher in the Foremost. And this will give us double strike, so he has to block, which, you know, means he should lose this dude. I mean, if he doesn't block, then that's fine too. He didn't block. Okay, he takes 4. Cool. Next turn, always watching. Or do we go Chief? Kind of want to start making sure that we can leave up Fatal Push. Flicker Wisp. What is this? When Flicker Wisp enters the battlefield, exile another target permanent, return. Okay, so blink this. Okay, cool. So he blinked a land. I want to be able to keep up. So I'm actually going to. I'm going to take 2 more life here. Let's just go with black, white, and play a chief, and we'll swing with these 2. And she will give him double strike. I think he blocks, or he goes to 1. Goes to 1 and just kills me somehow? I don't know. Nope, he decided he did not want to go to 1. Okay, I don't know if those creatures were important. No clue. I just know I'm going to keep turning things sideways and see if Modern can stop what I think is a mean deck. Okay, so he gets this thing. He cast it with white, so do it again. So he's digging. What does digging do? Did you find an answer? Oh look, another. Can you counter this? You can't counter that? Can you wipe the board? No, I don't know what he can do here. How many blockers do you have, dude? Can you like bounce and do like cool stuff? This is Modern, right? Aren't you supposed to be able to do like all kinds of like crazy stuff? I don't know. I mean, maybe he combos off and like shows me, yes, this is Modern. Ha ha ha. Flicker Wisp and draw a bunch of cards. Hey, we go to game 2. Cool. I don't know what I want. I don't know like what this deck is doing. He's got all the things. Yes. Congratulations. You're dead. Well, Kalidas, okay. Kalidas seems good. Maybe keep the Path to Exile. I've seen a lot of 3-mana power or 3-mana creatures, so I'm gonna bring in like Thoughtseize over Fatal Push, and we'll keep in the Path to Exiles to deal with the 3-mana or larger. I kind of just like everything else. Maybe another Secure the Waste. What do we else? We want cut down on a couple Spike Jesters. I mean, we're on the draw, so yeah. All right, we'll run it back like this. Crackling Doom? Why would I have brought in? You just want somebody to get Crackling Doomed, huh? Okay. Why is Goblin Bushwhacker better than Reckless Bushwhacker? I don't know what Goblin Bushwhacker does. This is a lot of land, and this is not what we want. I mean, if he's control, this is the card that'll just break his heart if he brought in, like, Supreme Verdict. What do they play in Modern? Is it Supreme Verdict? Day of Judgment? This is a horrible hand. I'm mulliganing. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is Go time. One mana hand. Oh, a bushwhacker to top it off. Yes, we'll take some life. Let's get dirty with it. 2 blood-soaked champions just going to close out the game. I doubt it, but whatever. So, okay, so Supreme Verdict. Thank you, Crazy Sid. Amiria, okay. Hey, look at that, guys. Now I can cast anything. Except for the Always Watching. I can't, like, that's still on the back burner. We're not casting the Always Watching. So normally we would play it like to guarantee that you get the most, eat 'em ups. We'd play the Mardu, Woe Reaper first, then play the Blood Soaked Champion. But there's nothing in the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna hang on to the Blood Soaked Champion because we top deck another land. I want to be able to play it and then Bushwhacker. So yeah. That's the plan, anyway. If we don't hit a land, we just swing for 4. Oh, hey, some of you guys asked for some new music. I definitely hit up some new music. We got this Donkey Kong right here. This is killer. I should probably I'm going to turn it up just a hair. Let me know if it went too high. I heard the song and I was like, this is pretty cool. What does this do? Man, he gained 4 life. That's horrible. Ooh. We can thought sneeze him. Achoo. Hey, look. Apparently Path to Exile. Supreme Verdict is a thing. Okay, so he's got Supreme Verdict. Exile another target, non-land permanent. Okay, so if I play a bunch of things with the same name, he hits me with those. He's got the blue if he needs it. Man, what is the most dangerous here? Exiling both Blood-Soaked Champions seems dirty. Path to Exile is going to have to happen anyway, though. Alright. We're going to take the Supreme Verdict. And is this thing important? Yeah. Yeah, it's very important. So he takes 4 here. Well, that's cool. He's got a Flicker Wisp in hand, so this seems important. How about that? At least he has to spend cards to remove individual threats. Come on, land off the top, please. Oh my god, was Detention Sphere instant speed? Okay, so, man, Cast Out's got me broken, Cast Out's crazy. Okay, really need to land off the top. Hard to pressure this. There's a Zergo. Well, we don't really have a lot of options. I'm thinking about playing Zergo, so just gonna swing here. I think he's gonna race me. He even had the option to counter that. So, can't block. Zergo can't block? Oh yeah. Can't block creatures with power 2 or greater. That's right. He's only the Bell Striker. He's not the Helm Smasher. Oh no, more life gain. Well, I think we're going to lose this race. Maybe not. It hurts to take more here. Are we just dead on crackback? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we don't have enough to actually... Not enough lands for too long. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play it. We'll cast with the surge cost. I think I can do that. Yeah. And then, man, we had some always watching down. This would be really good. So how much can we swing for here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's got 2 pieces of removal. If he uses both pieces of removal here, we're just dead. So I am sure there are some really crazy cards, but this is what I could think of. What is Veil? Aether Veil something. Gyro's deck. I've seen Storm decks storm off on like turn 2 or 3. I mean, I think that's relevant to you having to take a bunch of damage, but... So, he just Flicker Wisps. To remove a blocker, then to remove a blocker. Yep. Well, that will be... That will be the game here. We'll move on into game 3. Flicker Wisp, okay. So, definitely want to be faster. We're on the play here, so I'm going to take out Kalitas. Good old Cletus. Cletus. Thoughtseize seems like it's still the way to go. Crackling Doom actually seems pretty good. He's not really big into killing my dudes. So I don't think Claim to Fame's the way to go. Unless he's Supreme Verdicts. You think Doom is good? What would we run Doom instead of? Instead of Always Watching? Let's say we run Doom instead of Always Watching. Yeah, let's run it like that. Waste? Secure the Waste? I kind of like Secure the Waste. Man, this is another one of those questionable hands. We got one of the few basics, but I actually think I'm going to ship it. I can hit for 2, and if we hit another land, but we wouldn't be able to cast the Always Watching. We can't cast the Paths. So, I'm going to mulligan. Ouch! And we mulligan one more time to a keeper. Oh, wow. So, I really want that card off the top. And in order to play Spike Jester on 2 and Thoughtseize on 3, which is where I really want to play them, I think we need to just play the Arid Mesa and not crack it. I mean, if we're gonna take life, we're gonna take life, so. Alright. So we need red and white. So, yes, 5 life right here just to hit him for 2. Or hit him for 3. Love it. I love it. And then we need... So that is white red. We need man, maybe we shouldn't have got white red. Maybe we should have got 2 black sources, so that on 3 we could play the chief and the man. That's, yeah, it's bad. Definitely got to get a black source here, but we don't need double red yet, I don't guess. So we'll go ahead and take this, throw down our Spike Jester, and hit him for 3 here on 2. Alright, we have a clock. Now he has to deal with our clock. And I assume he can deal with our clock. Wall of Omens. Yeah, getting punished here. I am going to go ahead and play the chief here so I can slam into this wall. And next turn we actually get to push a lot of pressure forward. Living weapon. Okay, so he gets to shoot my Spike Jester. Mardu Woe Reaper. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead. Man, I wanna. He can only shoot one thing. Push the pressure. So he's got to block one of them, shoot the other one. I guess the wall gets here, one gets here, shoots this one. Okay. Definitely need always watching against this. All right, what? Who doesn't play a lot of? I don't play a lot of modern. Wow. Okay. I just started playing in Zendikar, and it seems like most of modern was printed after Zendikar. So let's see what he's got. Supreme Verdict, Ojutai's Command, Lonely Minute. Wow. What is this? Spreading Seas? He's gonna turn something into an island? Ojutai's Command. Man, the Supreme Verdict's what seems the worst here. Okay, well, we keep turning things sideways. Well, he keeps a Wall of Omens. Bye-bye, Germ. What? He let us keep that guy? That's crazy. Mortar pod, huh? Has he got like a basilisk collar in this thing too? That'd be cool. Deft touch and pinging, yeah. That seems like that would be good. Basilisk collar on is it Staticaster? Is that a thing? Probably not. No, it's not a thing. Hey, look, Chief of the Edge. And we'll crash in. Hey. Unfortunately, like, his creatures are everything. We can't allow him to have this and be able to equip it to multiple ones. I'm kind of expecting like Squadron Hawk or something. Like, what? How many good things could you just have tons of? Wow, this in an an Oketra's Monument deck or something. Seems good. You got my black source. You got me. You got me, buddy. He probably did get me. Watch. Ha ha ha. You want to kill it, dude? All you got to do is put that minister in front of it. Hey, or missionary. Missionary, yeah. There you go. All right. That's how you kill it. We have a really heavy creature count, so the plan is we're just going to keep drawing creatures and slamming them against him. It may or may not work. Hey, that sucks. Pardon my language. Let's see, what? Wow, what's going on? And I missed something in chat here? Another wall? Whatever. Okay, draw your card. Hey, another land. Well, we definitely might have lost this first match here, guys. This is a lot of lands to hit. What do we want to get? Let's get to this and say no. Alright, that thins our deck as much as we can there. He equips the mortar pod. We will start making bodies. Yeah, he can block, but oh well. If he wants to kill the bodies, we have to actually, he'll actually have to start sacking things, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Counter target creature spell. Oh, that's right. That is correct. Well, the way I seen Modern is just kind of this big giant open format where every good card that's been printed in like the last 8 years is available. So, like, what is this? But it's actually really good. I mean, he's dirtling, he's drawing cards. I assume he's going to find a win con here eventually. Finally, Nightbot, you're appropriate. or cat collar. Congratulations. Hey, Sun Titan. Now this will do things, and then he starts getting stuff back, and then he can blink things, and then so okay, all right. So Titans are still cool, I guess. Well, we are 100% dead here. I mean, maybe we pull like Path to Exile off the top, and I don't even know what we could do from there. Hey, it's a Woe Reaper. The Weeper. Cry, cry, little Woe Reaper. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and concede in the face of Sun Titan. And we'll jump into another game. Blue-White Spirits Modern Deck. Well, look, I clearly just throwing together good cards and putting them into a deck is not going to work. At least in our first game there, it didn't work. But I will pull some. The main reason I did this is because you guys have started posting modern decks in the Reddit. So I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to play modern, and I figured we could have a little fun tonight. So don't stress out over this card could be, you know, much better than this other card. I went over the beginning, you know, exactly why I picked each card, you know, what I was thinking when I picked the card. So we'll see if any of that was even relevant. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The Hive is a tribe. When I think of the Hive, I think of like slivers, slivers. I try to remember to lower the land count, but I also remember when not to lower the land count. So this is a really good hand. Okay, I mean we've got a lot of early interaction, and we've got 3 land. So we can just start right here. Or do we want to start? If we already have 3 land, we probably want to start thinning the deck as early as possible, right? So we need a... Let's get down the Woe Reaper first. So we need at least a white. I guess it doesn't really matter this turn. We'll go with the white-black here. And we'll say yes. And we'll just play the Woe Reaper and pass the turn. Is Spirits really a deck? I mean, couldn't you just run like Pyroclasm and Spirits would no longer be a deck? Like, I'm sure there's an equivalent to Pyroclasm if Pyroclasm's not in Modern. Hey, cool. I like that. Swing 5 on 2? Yeah, let's swing 5 on 2. We'll thin the deck a little bit more. We do need to get something that has another source of white, so we're probably going to get the Sacred Foundry here. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Maybe he can Path to Exile or take 5. Taking 5 seems good. Crack your land, take another. Hey, 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 we're both at 14. He hasn't even hit me, though. Ah, okay. Alright. Selfless Spirit. That's a thing, okay. Wow, another. Alright, so what's more power here? We can add 2 more. Let's say, would you... Yes, we will pay it. Let's go ahead and spike gesture here. That's 3. Next turn, this will give 3. Ah, he's going to remand it. Okay. Well, will Blood-Soaked Champion swing 5? And pass the turn. We still have quite a bit of power here in the hand, so Metallic Mimic over Always Watching. I don't think I like that. Always Watching is extremely difficult. Maybe not. Maybe it ain't difficult to remove. I don't know what's being played in Modern, but enchantment removal has always just been one of those things people seem to cut before after they or first, like, hey, he is storming off. It's game over. Is he not? Is he just killing some stuff? Okay. Well, land. Oh, Spike Jester. Well, I mean, we can keep pressuring him, and if he had to do a mini storm right there to deal with the board, then we're doing okay. He knew we had the Spike Jester, so I assume he can deal with it here, or... okay. This... we'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and cast the Jester. Perfect. Alright. So we'll exile the Goblin. Hit him for 3. And next turn, try it again. What do you got, opponent? You got to remove this and the one in hand. Alright. Was it just a single game? Whatever. Okay. Whatever. We won the dice roll. Fatal Push. Looks pretty sweet to me. This time we'll actually get to Always Watching. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Swing 5 on 2. 7 on 3. Wow, okay. We're going to be taking some damage for this, but, you know, such is the way of life. Alright, what do we need first here? I guess we can just go ahead and get the red-black source. Next turn, we'll get the Godless Shrine. And then, actually, if we get the red... yeah, we're going to have to get 2 double lands. I'm not going to be able to get away with the others. So, yeah, we'll get red-black here. Play our Blood-Soaked Champion and pass the turn. Like, the hand seems like it'll be okay. Ooh, Thoughtseize. There goes, like, Fatal Push. Yeah, he takes Fatal Push, right? Spike Jester. Ooh, didn't want to take it. It's a big hit on 2. Guess what, opponent? Guess what, opponent? Godless Shrine. Yes. We'll go black, red. This is Lantern? How do you know this is Lantern? They've cast Dark Slick Shores and Thought Sneeze. At least we got the hit for... Oh wow, yeah, this is just turn 2. Inquisition. Bye-bye. It was nice. It was a good thought. I wanted it to happen. Really did. Yeah, that's why I was thinking the Fatal Push goes away, because I was like, they're only going to have like one creature, and they don't want me to kill it. Well, alright, well, we play our Mardu Woe Reaper, and we'll eat a Spike Jester, gain an additional life. That really helps when you're taking all the pains from your dudes. So a Death Shadow would be just a monstrous thing here. But wouldn't we be able to just kill it? I mean, he could take this away. I'm sure he's got another form of this. Like, that's what they do. Well, surely you're not just gonna let me kill you here, fella. He's only got 2 mana. I don't expect him to, like, want to take all of this, so I'm actually just gonna swing, and then I think I can just, like, get this Always Watching down. Maybe that was bad, because if I made him answer the Always Watching, he has to take all the damage. Okay, so he's gonna Fatal Push my dude. Always Watching would not have helped that. Now if he has like Mana Leak or anything like that, that's dead in his hand. What does Death Shadow run? What would be the most powerful 1 mana? Stubborn Denial? Ooh, there's a tracker. Oh, he's tracking. He's tracking now. Why wasn't that a sack land? Oh, why couldn't you have been a sack land? No, we will not pay. But we will be mean to this guy. I want to have all my things, fella. All my things. Okay, you got a breeding pool. Brings it in tapped. I'm sure he has just some way to go off here. So we will eat the Tireless Tracker just to make sure he doesn't have like a way to recur it or something. And pass the turn. Kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. I wish I would have had a way to trigger Revolt. We would have just Fatal Pushed it and swung, but unfortunately was not in the cards for us. Has anyone decided what deck this is yet? Sultai what? Hey, there's a Jace. Yeah, I mean, that's as good of a target as any. Okay, he got the Fatal Push out of our hand. Um, what do you got, opponent? Snapcaster. What is he gonna give? Fatal Push. Well, guess what? We top decked a Fatal Push too. That's pretty good. So yeah, we definitely probably need something. Um, is this Death Shadow? Is it like? Is it actually Death Shadow? Sultai assorted crap. Yeah, Sultai cards I own. I always like those decks. Cards I own. Um, let's see here. I think I like Crackling Doom. Although I also think I think this is the deck that Claim to Fame would be good against. Also, Kalitas would probably be decent. I think all of our main board kill is right where we want to be. Really interested in Crackling Doom. I'm going to drop the Bushwhackers here, and we're gonna go for a Crackling Doom here. I want to have just a little extra reach, and I don't know if this deck runs some type of Planeswalker or something like that. Crackling Doom is one of our few ways to actually reach out. Oh, wow, that's bad. This is a bad hand, but it is a good hand. It's a really good hand. Oh, man, we are one white off of this just being killer. Alright, we'll mulligan. Yikes. Well, at least we can go black-white and cast half of our stuff. Come on, Godless Shrine. Okay. Alright. Alright. The Metal Gear Solid music. It's got me. Here we go. Oh, no! What are you going to take? Take our Crackling Doom, or are you going to take our Spike Jester, or... You really like Bushwhacker, huh? Well, it's actually one of the weakest cards in our deck. Like, we can't really... I don't expect to be able to go wide with creatures with against this deck. This deck is built with nothing but a bunch of discard spells and Fatal Pushes and Snapcasters, so that they've got more Fatal Pushes. I mean, yeah, I might outrun it, but on the draw, I don't like Bushwhacker. If I would have been on the play, I would have taken out the extra Spike Jester. Oh, reckless Bushwhacker. Ah, he's a goblin. Okay, so we will... We'll play the Marsh Flats because he knows we have it. He doesn't know that we drew the Godless Shrine here. And we will get the Blood Crypt. Yeah, we'll get the Blood Crypt. And we'll play down Blood-Soaked Champion. And pass the turn. The original is a warrior? Okay. Termaggoyf? Not a Goyf. That's not cool. Well, we're going to need something good to deal with a Goyf. So let's go ahead and push the Goyf. Sorry, I'll quit. We'll push it. We'll take 2. We'll eat it. And how does that get? I don't know. I don't know why I had to approve that message. What's up the wall? What's up the wall? Hey, all right, we're swinging. We're getting in there. The fatal push off the top was pretty good right there. Goblin Bushwhacker. Okay, so it's pretty much the same as Reckless Bushwhacker, only it's Goblin Bushwhacker. Gotcha. Well, let's go ahead and play our Spike Jester. Wait, can't do it there. This one has to make the red. Well, opponent, you definitely get to do some drawing and other cool stuff there. Maybe we'll hit a land off the top. A modern wall deck. I'm not getting involved in that, but yeah, it seems funny. Okay, Jace. Man, that's brutal. Like, isn't this supposed to just like flip instantly on in modern, and we're here on turn 4, and this deck just get a bad hand? You always want to be on the play though, so opponent loses to. Okay, so that's a tiny advantage. I like being on the play, especially if I'm aggressive. Very few times have I ever wanted to be on the draw. If I actually have called it against a control versus control matchup before. Come on, land off the top. Land off the top. That's a fatal push. Whatever. Alright, well. Whatever. I mean, I could kill the Jace, but we're not going to. We're just going to play the Chief and continue to close the gap here. He can block 1, he'll take 6. This makes Crackling Doom lethal. So land off the top gives us a lethal spell. Also, he definitely has to have blockers. He's got 2 cards in hand. Next turn we can push the Jace. Yeah, if we'd have drew land, we would have just Crackling Doom right there, swung, and ended the game. Scavenger Ooze. Alright. Does this thing gain life? It does gain life. It's gotta have green to do it though. So this is the last green. So we'll probably just push this. I mean, I guess Stubborn Denial's turned on right now. Alright. Well, I guess it happens like that. Look like a pretty powerful deck. I don't know. Tassiger. I like Tassiger. I still have my playset. I like Tassiger. Anyway, Tassiger was in the deck I won my first PPTQ with. I guess we just jump into one more here. Okay, that was Sultai Delirium. Okay. Again, I do not know the format, and man, that's horrible. Always watchings with Secure the Waste, so no thanks. I'll keep this. sure. Now we got a little kill to go with our action here. So we'll just call it warrior. Get down our warrior. Why not playing Grixis? I am Friday nights. I played Grixis last Friday night. I top 8'd with it. Yeah. I don't know what I'm waiting on here. It's time to pass the turn. This ain't the same guy, is it? What is this? Kamina Speaker? Kamina Speaker? Botanical Sanctum? I guess we just kill it like this. I guess I'm about to learn what merfolk means. So I thought about getting into pauper. I say pauper. Is it pauper? Like, hey, Paul, you know, pauper. Well, okay. Rarely do I want to cast this, but I think I'm going to this. No, I'm not. We're just going to push. We're going to see if we can kill them both. If he blocks the... Yeah, alright. Can he just make... Oh, he can. Cancel. Does he make the Mutavault? Does he crew up the Mutavault? He did crew up the Mutavault. Mutavault, so broken. All types. Yeah, Mutavault. Yeah. Lucky I didn't have a white land. Pauper. Why does it got an E at the end? Paupery? Potpourri? No white mana. Alright, well, I am going to go ahead and... Wow, that seems good. We'll just go ahead and swing here. And I think I'm going to just cast this. I normally do not do that, but I'm going to do it here. Cavern is only... Like, we only have, like, 4 spells that you can't cast with Cavern. This is one of them, but we normally have white. Like, white is the color we normally have, so. At least we're not flooding. Yes, we'll gain some life. And we'll offer a trade here. Even though it's not what I want to do. That would be 2 more life against, like, you know, something that could fill their graveyard. Oh, wow. He gets to eat it. You eat my dude. Wow, Mutavault. Okay, I've underestimated Mutavault here, guys. I have severely, severely underestimated the power of Mutavault. Wow. Alright. So all you need is like a Dork Lord and Manlands. That seems good. That seems real good. Should have used that in my extra land spot. Alright, something good off the top. That is pretty good. I think I'm just going to path this now. Or do I want to be able to kill his other vault? Yeah, let's just path it now. So if he wants to fire up the vault, he can. Fire up the vault. Let's trade, big buddy. Yeah, but if I mean trading, and I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're gonna trade either way, so it's not gonna matter. Sometimes being tricky is exactly what they're expecting it. He just had another. He had another. Well, we do get to hang on to our sledgehammer here. And another trade-off here. I'm pretty happy about that. And then at the end of his turn, we'll secure the waste for 3. Make a couple 1/1s. So, doesn't Crackling Doom deal with True Name Nemesis? Not 100%, but doesn't it? So we can play this. And we're gonna cast with dash. If he wants to trade his Lord of Atlantis, he can. Yes. Like, that was my thinking, was I just wanted a powerful edict effect. So I was like, Crackling Doom seems perfect. No, not an image. They get bigger. We need a way to kill one. Come on, deck. I think we dash out Zergo again. So we swing here, he blocks 2, he takes 2, he's at 4. It's pretty bad. I don't think we actually attack here. Maybe we just play Zergo? Can't now, but... maybe we should have just played Zergo. Oh no, not another. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, okay. Well, kind of wish I would have swung, got the extra 2 points of damage in the last turn. Okay, so we're definitely on the need to go big or go tall strategy. So I'm just going to cast Sergo here. And then we'll pass the turn. Merfolk. Now this is a deck. Now this is what I expected out of Modern. Like, 1 mana 4/4? Yeah. That's what I expected. Well, I know I would love to hit a Goblin Bushwhacker off. Well, it wouldn't matter, would it? He wouldn't pump everything. I'd have to hit something else. Or, sorry, Reckless Bushwhacker. Can't see what I got. Oh, I need another white source. Let's go white-red. Woe Reaper? No point in not using the uncounterable. And we'll just eat a former Woe Reaper. So if we swing out here, 1, 2, he can block 3 of them. Again, we only get in for 2. We lose. Let's get in for 1 point of damage. We do 1 point of damage, we lose 1 warrior. That's not horrible. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so we'll get 1 point of damage in here. We'll take him to 5. Oh, we're going to get 2 points of damage in. Cool, cool. Well, we'll eat the other Woe Reaper. Gain another point of life. And, we've got him low here. Yeah, I like Grant and the guys from over at Loading Ready Run. Grant's pretty much the only one I can name by name, but you know, I like his vlog too. So what does he have up his sleeve? Spike Jester off the top. Hey, yes, it was a Spike Jester. Perfect. Spike Jester? Hey, Spike Jester. Does he scoop? He's got an answer then. River, like some type of instant speed, put all my stuff back in my hand. Aether Spout. Enters the battlefield. You may return target tapped creature and owner controls. Okay. So he's going to bounce something, block 3 things, take 2. I die on crackback. Wow, that's brutal. Merfolk. I'm impressed. Impressed. Well, this guy can't block, so Merfolk. That's a tribe right there. All right, so what do we got against Merfolk? Boy, Kalitas will be decent. Definitely need like all the kill we can get a hold of though. So I think always watching's perfect when we need block though. Got to push damage. I am on the play, so maybe not Crackling Doom. I think we're going to be trading a lot of creatures out in combat. Don't think I'm going to have time to go wide here with that. Double Strike's going to be perfect. I'm going to cut back one strike leader. We're going to go like this. I think we're just going to go on the let's trade out in battle plan and just hope my deck can outvalue tier 2 modern deck. Yeah, that's the plan, right? Our deck outvalues tier 2 modern deck. We get a white-red source and pass. Yeah, I'm going to keep. Okay. We are on the Spike Jester plan. Cavern of Souls. Aether Vial. Hey, I'm actually going to get to read this card. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Aether Vial. Okay. Tap 1, you may put a creature card with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counter. Okay, it would have to be equal to the number of charge counters, so... Oh, you may put a charge counter on it. I could leave it at 2, or I could put it on 3. Put one on 1, put one on 2, put one on 3. That seems pretty good. Yeah, alright. We'll go ahead and get our Sacred Foundry. We'll say no to that enter the battlefield trigger there, and we will... Do we want to go Chief, Jester, Jester? Or we just want to go Jester, hit 3 right now? Jester, hit 3 right now? I like that idea. Come on, get us there. Something tells me that my deck is going to be severely outpowered by this. This seems extremely good. The May ability on it so that it doesn't keep ticking up. That's pretty good. Is this about to be something horrific here? Well, if we hit a white land off the top, he might be in for a ride. Merfolk. I don't know. Merfolk's gonna murder us here with these Aether Vials. They're gonna get it to 3 and just cast everything. I know it. Well, we're gonna stick to the plan. Next turn, I am gonna throw down the Chief. Pretty sure I'm gonna throw down the Chief. Otherwise, it's gonna be always watching. Oh no, a spreading sea. The merfolk, they got me. They got me. Okay, well, I claim you, Spike Jester. I claim you. Is it? Can they do this at instant speed? So can he just like cheat a creature out in the battlefield? Why do I get the feeling that's how that works? And I'm about to get like a rude awakening here. If it is, I'm probably going to pick up some Aether Vials. Dismember. How much did he pay for that? Okay. Well, Thanks for the island. I at least think our deck is fast. It has been pretty consistent tonight. I I'm actually fairly happy with how well it's played. It hasn't left me just hating my life or trying to pull my hair out or something like that. So I'm kind of happy with where that part of it's come out. Woe Reaper, we can't do anything about that. We'll just go ahead and swing in here. Pretty sure we just got beat by Merfolk. So is that what Merfolk is? Just nothing but lords? Okay, well, I um, I like it. Modern Merfolk and Aether Vials. No, not our Justa. Well, that is definitely game there. We can't cast anything. Aether Vial is going to be able to keep throwing down lords every turn. So, yeah, 12 lords. That seems crazy. Maybe I'll build like an all lords deck or something like that. So, please remember, I don't plan on getting into competitive modern yet. We're going to kind of tiptoe into this, not just jump into it all at once. Definitely think that I got a good understanding of how powerful the the meta is. Decks can just absolutely win out of nowhere, and they can take over board state. And as I originally expected, life totals don't matter. Um, Unless you're against, I guess, some type of burn deck or something, it doesn't look like life total matters at all. So it's a fight over board state. So something like this type of aggro, I don't think that would be the route I would want to go going forward. But definitely something that could maintain a board state. I definitely like the power of some of the cards here, and I like the synergies we had here tonight. So I had definitely had a lot of fun just trying to beat some people in the face, but that didn't really work out so well for us. Some really powerful artifacts and other things. Definitely, life total matters. No, the total doesn't matter. It's just that last point. That's all that matters. Um, so it's just that last point. You just got to make sure you don't lose that last one. Um, but yeah, it definitely seems like it's can I outpower your deck? And if that is the case, then I'll hit back to the drawing board and we'll see if we can draw up something more powerful. So we'll see there. Let's see what's going on in chat here. Pauper Slivers, Soul Sisters. I've heard of this. Is that like where every time a creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life or something like that? How do you kill your opponent though? I mean, if you can gain 1,000,000 life, how do I kill my opponent though? Definitely. I definitely. Right now, my sideboard was just generic, extremely generic. I had no clue what I wanted to go after. I was hoping to hit like maybe artifacts and things like that out with the thought seizes and stuff, but definitely probably like maybe disenchant or something like that. But that was my approach to the deck, and I am really glad that you guys got to come out and watch me play some modern. So this is definitely us tiptoeing into modern as far as the channel goes in the community. Um, so modern's not off the tables. And I will say that we do have a major part of the community here, and a lot of you guys will probably stick around and hear this. If you're going to be posting modern decks on the Reddit, I've got some conditions that I have to meet, otherwise I can't play the decks online. And that is, it has to be under 350 tickets. So as long as it's under 350 tickets, it's within my limits. So we can definitely play those. So if you guys post those and a modern deck wins, then I will have no problem on Subscriber Sundays playing a standard deck, then jumping into a modern deck. So far we're staying away from Commander. I'm not going anywhere near Commander. I don't actually want anything to do with Commander. I've played a couple Commander games, and I definitely think that's for the more jank. Hey, let's not try to be competitive, and so we will be tiptoeing into Modern. And I thank each and every one of you for your ideas, for your input tonight on, hey, these are some things that need to happen. I'm not really worried about fixing this deck. I do think the deck's powerful, probably not powerful enough to really do anything with, but it's definitely a powerful deck. If you had it around your kitchen table or something like that, it would it would definitely be mean against your friends. But for the most part, it's definitely giving me a good look at the modern. I'm going to play this deck for another week or two and get a little bit more of an idea. I probably won't stream it much, but I'll play it. There might actually be some of the Patreon streams or something like that. Will be of more of my modern games and stuff like that. So maybe I'll throw some of those in there. But other than that, I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time here on the sideboard.